Happy 2025, guys. This is my first video for 2025 and I'm so excited to hop back into YouTube this year. I've kind of put it on the back burner. I've been busy with book projects, and if you saw a couple of my shorts, you know that we opened up a food truck in the spring. And so it has been crazy busy, but YouTube, I was actually sitting with the boys the other day and we were going through some of my old videos and we were cracking up laughing at some of the videos, and it was just such a nice way to just like sit and reminisce, and you know, it felt personal. And honestly, like, I've thought about it so many times, I've said it a million times over the past couple of years, that I really miss doing YouTube. It's the one part of content creation that I still really find a lot of joy in. A lot of the other stuff that I do, it's not that there's not joy in it, because I definitely love it and I'm very grateful that I get to call that work. But a lot of times it feels like work. And YouTube just feels like fun. It feels like a creative outlet. And if you're creative, you know that you constantly have to be creating. Like, sometimes it's actually kind of annoying. Like, I feel like I'm not creating something, I feel like I'm gonna just like explode inside. And that can be creating in any way. It could be knitting, it could be baking, it could be writing, it could be whatever. I just constantly feel like I need to be doing something creative. And this is just such a fun way for me to preserve memories of my family, and just to have fun. Like, I really enjoy doing the videos. So actually what I'm going to be doing too is I have so much footage of stuff from the past couple years that I intended on editing and posting that I never did. And so I think what I'm going to do is, like, every so often I'm going to do like a throwback Thursday, and I'm going to edit those videos anyway and get them posted, more so that I have them recorded and so that the kids can go back and look at them. You know, and so I'm probably going to end up doing that sometime soon too. But today I'm going to take you with me. I'm actually on my way. So once a week, a good friend of mine here, we do a work day. We leave the house, we go to a different coffee shop here in town. We have so many amazing like little bakery, cafe, coffee shops. And we spend the entire day working. We'll go, we get our coffee, we chat for like 20-30 minutes, and then we get to work. And honestly, it is so helpful for me, because I feel like I get the amount of work that I would do in a week at home, working from home. If you're a work at home mom, like, you'll feel this. But I feel like the amount of work that I could get done in 1 week at home, I can get done in one full day of being out undistracted. The kids aren't interrupting. I'm not worried about, you know, doing the dishes or throwing a load of laundry in, or looking around like my office and like, oh, I really need to organize those bookshelves and I got to get this place, you know, in order. There's none of that. And so it's really nice. We get to go out. It's relaxing, productive. And so today is our first work day of 2025, and I figured I would take you along with me. I just finished up my work day. It's about a little before 3. I think I got there today shortly before 9, around 9-ish. So I'm gonna go home, clean up because I'm sure there are dishes in my sink. And then I'm going to get dinner started. So as I drive home, I figured I would just kind of do a recap on my work day. So basically what I got done today is I wrote out and scheduled pretty much an entire month's worth of Patreon content, which is so helpful because now I don't have to worry about what's going to get posted to my Patreon until the end of the month when I start planning out February. So all of Patreon is scheduled. I also figured out what video topics I wanted to post here on YouTube this month. We have a huge event. So a lot of you may know that back in the spring we started a food truck. And so we have this amazing little food truck that I run with my 2 youngest boys. And my whole reason for doing that, other than obviously, you know, bringing in some additional income for my family, I really wanted this to be something for my kids. And so we had done, if you're new here, we're a homeschool family. And so during our homeschool lessons last year, one of the units and topics that we focused on was entrepreneurship. And the kids loved it so much, and we were doing all this brainstorming, you know, about like, what if we would create different, you know, this business or that business. And it happened to fall at the same time that my aunt in Ohio and my mom were rebranding their business, which they also have a Greek donut food truck that they run. Right now they do mostly tent events because where they need to renovate their trailer and all this other, you know, stuff. They're waiting to get the trailer in order. But so for now they do tent events, and they wanted to rebrand. And so they know I love that kind of stuff. So they called and asked me if I would help them. And it was just like the 2 ideas merged. And they've been telling me for years, oh, you need to do one in North Carolina. And I was just like, how on earth am I gonna run a food truck? Like, I already homeschool my kids, you know, my house and my family and my home and cooking and all that, you know, are daily responsibilities that still have to get done even though we homeschool all day. And then I run my businesses. I have my writing, you know, projects, and I have my Patreon, and I have my blog and my social media for all those things. And I was like, how on earth am I gonna add in a food truck business? But I couldn't shake the idea, and it sounded like so much fun. And the kids really, they needed that extra responsibility. My middle son was, you know, he was at that point where he was like, I need to get a part-time job now that I'm old enough for somewhere to hire us. And I was like, well, maybe we can just do this for ourselves. And so that's what we did. And it has been so much fun. It is a ton of work. It's a lot of hard work, like physical work. But it's a lot of fun, and it's been doing really well. And so, and the kids love it. It puts money in their pocket. They're learning to be fiscally responsible and manage their money. And now they have a little bit of a better idea of, you know, the value of a dollar, a hard-earned dollar. And so it's been great. And so we are taking most of the winter off just because it's freezing. And I do like to give them a couple months in the winter and a couple months in the summer off. And so, but we do have a huge event coming up next weekend that I'm actually planning on partially vlogging to give you like a behind the scenes look at our business. And so the food truck is called The Hive Greek Donuts, and we're on Instagram at The Hive Greek Donuts. And so we have this massive event. So if any of you are coming from my other social media channels or anything, or you're Greek and you know of HDF, it's the Hellenic Dance Festival. It's being hosted here in our town this year. So this event brings in thousands. I think they said the estimated amount of people this year is like 5,000 to 6,000. They come from all over the place to compete in Greek dancing competitions. And they're really cool because it's not just regular random Greek dancing. Like, there's a whole process behind it. Like, they do dances from different regions. They include like historical tidbits, and everything that they do is rooted in actual tradition. It's not just who can come up with the best like skit. And so it's really super fun and super cool. I love seeing all the kids celebrate our heritage like that. It's just, you know, as a mama, it just makes my heart, you know, full. So we are popping up our food truck outside of that event next weekend. So next week is going to be a super busy week for me. Today during my work day, also made sure that like I placed any orders for anything we might need. I need to get in there, I need to restock the trailer, and basically do like all the prep before the event. So I knew next week was gonna kind of be a busy week for us with that. So I'm probably gonna get this vlog up hopefully before that. But other than that, I'm not really planning any YouTube content until after that event. But I did want my Patreon, my 2 posts a week to go up on Patreon. We're doing a super fun like January bread baking challenge. And so every week I post 2 different recipes for everyone to choose from. And you bake 2 loaves from whichever recipe you choose, 1 to keep and 1 to share. And we're focusing on like themes like hospitality and generosity, and Greek, you know, it's philoxenia. And so that's kind of like the theme for this month, and it's been really fun. I actually need to bake my bread tomorrow for this week. But anyway, so that's kind of where we're at with all that. I am really excited to show you the behind the scenes in the hive. And so if you haven't seen our food truck, you can go back. I have 2 shorts here on YouTube where I have little clips of it so you can kind of see it. But anywho, that's it. So I'm on my way home, almost there. I'm going to get dinner started. Tonight I'm making a white chicken lasagna. Sounds fancy, it's super easy. Literally throw it all into a Dutch oven and let it cook. It's fantastic. It's delicious, everybody loves it. And so that's it, so see you there. So the plan was to come home, clean the kitchen, and start dinner. But as soon as I walked in, my middle son was taking his pre, and he was like, we're gonna work out today, right? So now I'm down in the gym with him. I'm gonna get a workout in. I'll show you guys what program I've been using. I'm loving it. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna go upstairs and clean the kitchen and cook, and then I'm gonna eat me some white chicken lasagna. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to drink my Moonbrew, I'm going to read my book that my parents got me for Christmas. They've got me a book by this author every single Christmas since 1996. So it's always the first book I read after the holidays. So tonight is probably the last night we're going to have our tree up. And so I figured it's perfect time to get started on it. So good night, friends.